Hello world. You may know me as Kid or Kid Power or Notorious KIDD, but that's only for my homies to call me that. What the hell am I talking about? Hi, my name is Simon, and the reason I'm making this video is because today I graduated from high school, and I wanted to talk about it a little. Yeah. Uh, that was root beer. That I don't drink, not alone at least. Anyways, uh, let's get right back into it. That was a free camera mod. I've got a couple cool mods. I've got fly mods, but I haven't really used them. I don't know really why I downloaded them. Soda. So, uh, I wanted to just climb a mountain of peak and talk about my graduation because I thought that'd be cool. I don't know. I've always really enjoyed videos where the person in the video like is just talking and the actual gameplay is like background noise. Um, there's a specific YouTuber named Ken. Now I don't watch all of his videos, but there's this one specific one that I really like, where he talks about uh, drugs and like how that affected his life. And I think that might be like a top 5 video on the internet for me, up there with the presidential debate 2020 whatever. That's a banger. But I wanted to talk about my graduation. So, um, today I graduated, and it's been a long time coming, that sort of thing. But as I was like walking across the stage, like get my fake diploma, it was actually really funny. When I opened the diploma, it was like it said it said something stupid. It was like, "Hey girl, this isn't your real diploma. We're gonna give it to you later." And I'm like, I mean, sure, I guess. Like, I don't know. It was weird. I feel like it's just a it's just weird. The whole graduation thing is weird, but it was like as I was walking across the stage, I just felt nothing. Like I wasn't happy. I wasn't sad. I wasn't even like fulfilled or anything crazy like that. I was just like, man, yep, I sure did that. I mean, everyone's like, congratulations, but I don't really feel like I did anything. I just woke up every day, came to school, and then, oh, jeez, nice. Some good ass loot. Woke up every day, came to school, and then just did what I was told. And that's something they don't really tell you is when you're in school. And it took me a pretty long time to figure this out, but doing what you're told is only going to get you so far. And that is where a lot of people kind of falter, I think, is that they dedicate all of themselves, every little bit of effort they have to just doing what the world tells them to do. Go to school, do this. Hold on. Uh, how do I do this? I don't know what I'm doing. I really hope that's not too loud. Okay, sorry. Anyways, everyone just like dedicates all of themselves to just doing what they're told. Like they get good grades, they take the classes, they just do whatever. And when you do that, when you just do what society tells you to do or what the world is pointing you towards, walking across that stage, I bet it feels pretty good, you know? Because that's what you're supposed to do. But when I did it, it was just people told me it was going to be this awesome, exciting part of my life, like graduation. Wow, that's so cool, but it just didn't feel like anything at all. I got there, I was like 5 minutes late because I was bickering with my mom about what to wear, like underneath the cap and gown. Like, oh, you've got to dress nice because that's what society tells you need to do. But you got to dress nice. And I was bickering with her. And hey, I'm not like a chud or anything. Okay, I wear like jeans and some nice shoes, not like dress shoes, but like they were like I was wearing Jordans. Like, come on now. I feel like after a certain point, the price of something, if it's expensive enough, can substitute for like the niceness of it, if that makes sense. But I was bickering with my mom. Love you, mom. And I was 5 minutes late. I get there and sit down and I'm just like, all right, cool. I'm here. You know, I played Brawl Stars backstage while we were just waiting. I sat down and they the class president, who I've actually never met her like before. It was so weird. My someone I know texted me and was like, "Since when do we have a class president?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I low key didn't know we had a class president." But she was a real sweetheart. She had a really cool, like, long, complicated name, and I thought that was interesting. But she gave a speech, and and that was cool. My buddy sung the Pledge of Allegiance, or no, yeah. So the Pledge of Allegiance, I like, I forgot how patriotic people are in America. I live in America, by the way. I want to say this, but I forgot how like patriotic people are. Like, the looking around at people, they were like crying over the Pledge of Allegiance, bro. Like, it's not that serious, and it's like I'm not gonna like, I'm like not very happy with the government right now, but I'm not gonna like sit because low key I just like, I don't know, I like forgot to, and I'm like, that's not a message. That's, I don't know. I just didn't care that much. But I didn't put my hand over my heart because the Pledge of Allegiance and America and what it stands for is not something that I want over my heart, you know? But it's whatever. I'm just yapping. Uh and then the Star Spangled Banner. That's what my buddy's saying. This guy's great. Really funny. Super talented. He's like super good singer. I'm like an okay singer. I like to sing for fun. But this guy's like the next level. Um Gets up there, sings the Star Spangled Banner. I was like, "Yes, girl, tell him." And because he's the kind of guy that thinks that stuff's funny, and I think it's funny too. I need to put that out there. But it was just, we were yakking up. He was doing great. And then the student address speech game, and I was like, kind of, I don't know. I knew I was gonna be critical of it because I auditioned for it, and I did not get it. So I knew I was gonna be really critical. But I like, criticism aside, and all absolute, like, matter of fact of the thing, all criticism aside, like, it's not even like a personal bias. It was just like an uninteresting speech. Like, there was no flavor. It was just a speech where she like said stuff, and there was no call to action. There was no like real personal connection. And that's something I tried to like make sure I really hammered in my speech, was like a personal connection and a call to action. But I don't know, man. Maybe it's just because I'm I didn't get the greatest grades, or and I was no Boy Scout, you know. Like, I wasn't a super big troublemaker, but I've always been one to get into a little bit of trouble, just because that's who I am. I'd never like to accept things for what they are. I always like to look deeper at how. Ooh, cure all. But I don't know. Like, no hate to her. I'm ever people told me she was really sweet, like that she was a nice person. So nothing personal is what I'm trying to say. But I just did not like her speech at all. It was just like nothing. And yeah, and then I was time to walk on the stage, and I did that. Did I roast my s'more? No. But I uh, I did it. I walked up on the stage. What I did is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. Look it up. Great game. I had the cartridge in my pocket because like people do like funny things for the camera, so I didn't want to do anything like crazy. I didn't, you know, like, you want to do something like fun, but you don't want to like disrupt the thing because it's just like you don't want to be that guy. Um, and we had some of those guys. You always are gonna have some of those guys, but I didn't want to be that guy. Oh, purple kingberry. That is the best food item in the game. I don't need no fortified milk. Or wait, I don't need no piton. But Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. I kissed the cartridge, and I like, you know how like people like kiss their rings. I did that with my little game cartridge. Is that game really shaped my developmental years, so, like, who I am as a person. my strong sense of doing what's right and like justice and not accepting things for what they are. I don't know. Are you shitting me? Um, I don't know why I'm talking about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but I felt really hollow as I was walking across the stage because I just had like a realization, like just a thought that was kind of eating away at the back of my head. It was just, it didn't really matter, like at all. None of it did. It just was another day. And I know, like, I didn't even want to walk at graduation. And my mom said that if I didn't walk, like, she'd kill me. And, like, yeah, rightfully so. I'd want my child to walk too. Like, not even for, and that's a little bit of hypocrisy, but it's like, just for formality's sake. And notice I did walk for formality's sake, but I didn't want to. Because it just didn't matter. It wasn't important. It didn't mean anything, is what I'm trying to say. And earlier I was talking about how people just navigate a lot of time in high school just like doing what they're told that they're supposed to do. And to those people, graduation matters because that's what they're told is that it matters. And but I didn't feel that way because what I'm doing, graduation doesn't really matter. I'm a I'm going to be a firefighter. I've got my spot secured, the academy and everything. It's like money's been paid. I'm oh, I gotta see his I'm going. And the moment I read open I actually no, it was an email. It was an interview. I got an interview and that's how they determined if I was going to be having a spot or not. But the moment he told me, and he told me in the interview, so I think I did a pretty good job, but he told me that yeah, you've got a spot, you're in. And yeah, it was a pretty good feeling, but also it was a really somber realization. I just graduation and all that just didn't matter because I wasn't going to college. I didn't really need the diploma. I didn't need the good grades. I mean, the work ethic, yes, obviously. Good work ethic is like you ought to have good work ethic, but it wasn't school that taught me good work ethic. It wasn't school wasn't the reason I learned good work ethic. It was just it was weird. And I just felt kind of empty. And my entire family, I'm very Mexican, very Hispanic. I have a big family. Super big family. But they were all there cheering me on and I was just like, "Yep, another day." Um they asked someone actually said that. They're like, "How does it feel?" I'm like, "It's just another day." Because to me, it really was just another day. I don't know. I uh I don't want to say I never really fit in at school because I've got my motley crew, but I never really fit in with like most people. I'm just gonna chug this. Like the average person, I would probably have like a 10-minute conversation. It's like I have this ability. It's it's a weird ability of mine to meet someone and very quickly be able to determine if we could be friends for a really long amount of time. And you might think, "Oh, but that's a very rash way of approaching connection." But it's not because I'm like super good at it. Like it has never failed me. That still feels like kind of a rush. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I have a really good like radar for people that I see eye to eye with, and there's just not a lot of them in the world. And not to say that I have some crazy like outrageous takes on things. It's just that I don't know. I'm picky. I don't really like a lot of things in the world. You know, the world's not a good place. Like, there's a lot of evil, people who take advantage of other people, and I'm just in the firm belief that you should stick up for the little guy. And a lot of people don't think that way. And it's just, I don't know. I believe in self-sacrifice and sticking up for the little guy, because if everyone puts others before themselves, then everyone will be uplifted. You know? You probably don't know, dear viewer. My dearest viewer, you probably have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. You probably clicked on this video and were like, what the hell is this? And you've probably clicked off by now. So I could probably say whatever I want. Not whatever I want. YouTube will get my ass. Basically what I'm trying to say is that graduation was pointless for me. And it's kind of sad because, I don't know. What even is this video? It's just me talking. You don't have to watch it. You can click off if you want. But, at one point, the speaker guy, he was like, you should write a heartfelt message to anyone who's helped you along the way. And I'm not a very sentimental person. And all the people who helped me along the way, they already know my heart, you know? Like, I don't have to... They know already how I feel. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yes, I do. I do know what I'm talking about. My girlfriend sent me a lovely text. Made me smile. She's probably watching this video right now. That's kind of the whole reason I made this channel. I can't even lie. It's because I knew that someday, when I inevitably die in a tragic accident, I'd want my peers to be able to get a glimpse into my own life. Because the truth is, something I suffer from a lot is brutal mischaracterization, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't think I'm a hard person to understand. I just feel like people expect one thing from me and it's just not the case. People form these, like, wrong ideas about me sometimes. Not often, but I don't know. But came home from graduation, like the ceremony, and there was like a party at my house for all my family members, and I like didn't even want to be there. Like, I love my mom, and I'm super thankful for her for putting this on, but she knows I don't like that kind of attention. I don't want a party thrown in my name with people that I don't really know and that don't know me. I don't know. Actually, it's weird. I feel like I know my family super well, but they don't know me at all. And that's not because I don't put myself out there, because there's no one out there to put myself to. So I don't want to say I snuck off because I left and I wasn't even like, I was like, hey guys, I'm leaving. And everyone's like, okay, word. Because I do that kind of stuff. I stay in my room, or like I mind my own business. I don't know. And then I went to my girlfriend's grad party. We hung out and we watched Fred 2, the Night of the Living Fred, and it might have been the greatest cinematic experience I've ever had the chance to partake in. And I low-key kind of want to like take my friends, like get my friends together and watch every single like Fred movie, because I genuinely like cannot put into words how much of a masterpiece this movie was. Like, it's like even thinking about it now, like I deadass, I just want to watch it. Like, I want to watch the first one, and I want to watch the third one, because it was just that tough. Who knows? Maybe I'll get all my buddies together, and we'll watch them, or we'll watch the Fred movies. I feel like my friends would like the Fred movies, especially Anna. Y'all don't know Anna like that though. That's my goat. Oh, I'm not supposed to name drop people, I don't think. It's okay. That's like nothing information. This random person you've never heard of named Anna really likes corny stuff and would probably like Fred. Yeah, you don't know anything. You don't know ball like that. Elite ball knowledge. Speaking of elite ball knowledge, I don't know what I was gonna talk about, but like an actual graduation party for me and my cousin is gonna be a Monday after this video. So I guess that information doesn't really matter to you. Oh, cool. But basically, I don't know, it's weird because like I don't really want that. I didn't really invite any of my friends because I'd rather just like hang out with just them, you know? Like, and we can watch Fred. We can watch the Fred movie. That'd be tough. But I don't know. It just feels like an excuse for my family to drink and be merry. And they're just using my name as an excuse for it. Bottoms up. Soda. I don't want to say my family has a problem with alcohol. And I don't really have a problem with alcohol either. It's just like um I don't know. Oh, are these mods messing with the skeleton? F3? Oh, they are. Interesting. I have some mods enabled just like for like camera mode and stuff like that. And I do have fly mode, but I actually did earn every single one of these badges myself. I downloaded the fly mod after I beat Ascent 7 solo. Um yeah, contrary to popular opinion, I am good at this game. But yeah, some people in my family have drinking problems. And it's just like, man, I don't got time for all that, you know? Like I just don't care, man. Like I'm already the kind of person that doesn't need alcohol to speak their mind or be merry. I mean, hell, my hobby is singing and dancing. Like I do theater. I'm not a theater kid, but I'm a theater kid. But yeah, I like to sing. I just like to perform, to be honest. Even this YouTube thing, it's like the same thing. I just like to like speak my heart to the world. Like, you know, pour my heart out. But it's weird. It's just I don't know. I hope there's good food though. Yup. That's why I came to my graduation parties for the food. How ridiculous. But still kind of funny to think about. Um yeah. So this summer I got a lot of work to do, but um I got to get I'm like decently in shape, at least cardio wise, but I need to put on more muscle. I worked out a lot last year, but this year I'm like super I haven't worked out at all. I mean, I've worked out a little bit, but like not at all. But I peaked. My deadlift was twice my body weight, which I think is pretty good. And you got to understand, I was like a total gym newbie. Um, I was like putting up some kind of insane numbers though, because the truth is, your brain is the strongest muscle in your body, and I think that that's my strongest muscle is my brain. And also, I had just gotten into My Hero Academia, which, as corny as it sounds, it has a whole theme of like pushing yourself beyond your limits and like doing good for other people, which I think are good morals to cornily obsess over when you're 16. But I'm glad I of all the up and coming manga. Did I just say manga? What the hell's wrong with me? I'm glad of all the up and coming mangas of the modern day. I'm glad that I was a My Hero fan, and I like because I dead ass that like made me want to be. I don't want to say that made me want to be a firefighter. I always wanted to like just do a job that's like not a real job. And by not a real job, I mean like not an office job. That's like a unique job where you don't have to be in an office. I've always wanted something like that. And I've always liked to like do things with my body and a firefighter. That just sounds cool. I get to be a superhero in real life. For career day, I think it was called, where you're supposed to like wear a shirt with your college. I didn't know about that. Nobody told me. Like I didn't really check the calendar to be fair, but I didn't know about all that. So I wore a Superman shirt just because like that's my name's Simon. It's S. It like fits in my whatever. But I wore it and people were like, "Oh my God, Simon, you're going to Superman college." And I was like, "Haha, that's funny." But the more I thought about it, I was like, "Wait, I kind of am going to Superman college." And there was a second moment where we were meant to wear our college shirts, and I like this time I like willingly decided that I wanted to wear the Superman shirt for like the same reason, where it's like I'm going to Superman college, guys. You'll be a superhero. Stupid as it sounds, but I think in today's world there's just a lack of sincerity just everywhere. I think there's just a lot of lack of sincerity in today's age. And that's why I'm like okay with being corny. I like being corny, you know? Maybe I do want to be a superhero. Maybe I do want to save the day. You know? Maybe I do want to be good at singing, and maybe I do want to be famous YouTuber guy, because I just think that sounds fun, and I'm okay with putting my heart out there, because I'm okay with being sincere, because I think that's something that there's not a lot of nowadays is sincerity, you know? I feel like there's a lot of insincerity these days, and that's why I want to be a sincere person. But also, like, I got picked on when I was growing up, so I'm like super good about not like I'm super good about getting bullied. That makes it sound like I take it like a chance. No, I'm like I'm super unfazed by like getting picked on. I have a really good like yeah, and I don't get picked on anymore because I learned how to stand up for myself, and I learned how to handle getting picked on. And I'm glad that that's a skill I learned, because some people just don't have that skill, and I wish I could teach it to them, or I could like give them my epic power of not giving a shit about what other people think about me, because truth is that's something a lot of people I didn't realize it until I don't talk like I don't have a whole lot of neurotypical friends, but uh like even though my neurotypical friends are like, yeah, that's the skill I super admire. And then my autistic friends, my neurodivergent friends, not everyone gets the autism that makes you super good at being social, that kind of thing. But I got lucky, I guess. Or maybe it was just my upbringing. I don't know. You never know about that kind of thing. Uh, yeah. This is kind of weird now because I talked about everything I wanted to talk to in like the first like 20 minutes, and now I'm just playing Peak. But I'm also not talking about the game, which is like cool. Like I'm just playing it, you know? Like I'm just having a good time. Yup. Um, but I'm also in this like headspace where I feel like I have an audience now. That was something I always struggled with when doing YouTube, was like I would have a hard time talking to nobody. But once I like get into the rhythm of like talking to nobody, I once I get into the rhythm of like talking to nobody, I just like I can keep going. And that's like a skill I have in real life, like outside of this YouTube, is I am super good at like conversing. Like I got a magic mouth that talks for me almost. So now that it's going in this video, I can probably keep talking for the next hour. It's just like an interesting little quirk about me. And my sometimes it annoys my friends. Shout out my friends who are all lesbians. Yup. I don't know why all my friends are lesbians. That's just how it turns out. Maybe I should make a video, because I low-key think I know why. That'd be like a good like thumbnail plus title combo. Why I love butch lesbians. That'd be low-key be actually, I think I've decided. I think that's my next video. Why I love butch lesbians. Yup. That's what I'm thinking. Ooh. Um, Low key, got me wondering. Can I use fortified milk to tank this? Hold on. Insane tech, actually. That's actually really insane tech that you can do that. I had no idea that was the thing, but super good that I know that now. Um, Book of Bones is broken, but it's like really vulnerable to taking damage. I mean, obviously the magic luggage doesn't affect the Book of Bones, but it's just cool that I can ignore the magic luggage with fortified milk. Fortified milk is low key like it needs to be nerfed. Like the drop rate of fortified milk compared to like its what it does is like insane. That's just as common as like a trail mix or a granola bar, and it's like low key. I think the best item in the game. Um, like I'm being dead ass. I genuinely, if I was to make a tier list, fortified milk would be. I genuinely be. I think my top one item. No, that's not true. Book of Bones, top one. Fortified milk, number two. It's like, I'm being dead ass right now. Book of Bones literally just lets you skip half of like the challenge of the game. Like that's how I beat Ascent 7. Is I just like I got or not fortified milk. I just got a Book of Bones and I was just like, well, I guess I win now. And it's kind of crazy how good the Book of Bones is. Also it's cool that you can revive other players with it. I just like that. Oh yeah, that's you can revive other players with it. Like I'm thinking single player here, but even in multiplayer, Book of Bones is like insanely broken. This game got some busted items. I'm really excited to see the next biome. That's actually why I downloaded the fly mod. Is that when the next biome comes out, I can kind of figure it out like on day one. Maybe I'll stream it. I don't know how to stream, but I've always wanted to be a content creator. Yeah, I just have. I've always wanted to be a content creator. I think I'm getting close to the top here, which is cool because I'm low-key ready to be over with this run. Not because like I don't like this game, but I just like I talked about everything I wanted to. Maybe I should have picked a different game than Peak, because now that I've kind of finished talking, I've got like 20 minutes of gameplay left. Well, let me check my timer. 30. If you actually look at my character, let me see if I can. Here's how do I? Oh, cool. Okay. If you look at my character, I actually have the this hat which you get for completing a round in under an hour, which is something I did with like zero glitches or anything. I just like did it. Um, but yeah, it's cool that I because I like the hat. But Loki, I think if I hustle, I'm on pace to do that. Do it under an hour. So that'd be cool. I usually all my runs are like under an hour anyways. That's just like my normal time, my normal pacing. Like if I take longer than an hour, something happened. Like I was fighting the war, I'm sure. Um I low-key can't see shit right now. But I got mad extra stamina right now. I didn't even have to use it. Oh yeah, we're really close to the top now. Okay. Anti-rope. Oh, this probably goes in the bag. I can't lie. Yup. I low-key don't even need to be carrying the cure-all, which is like crazy. Cure-all is like such an insane item because like it's so good technically, but when you have the Book of Bones, it just like invalidates its use case. But like you keep it anyways because you're like, I mean, I got it. It's the cure-all. I guess like I gotta hang on to the cure-all. But no, you don't actually have to hang on to the cure-all at all because you've got the fucking Book of Bones, which is broken. Um, I'm actually excited to see like the next update. Like I'm super excited. It says in the little tooltip that they're working on it, so that's cool. I think they said it's replacing Caldera, so that's pretty neat. Uh, that adds like a lot of variability to runs, and I like that. I like it when my rogue. Technically, this game's a roguelike, but I like it when my roguelike game is different. But I actually don't really care too much for roguelike games. But I don't know what it is. I really like this game. There's just something about it that like really clicked with me. I mean, why else would I do all 7 ascents and grind out every single badge? It's because I'm jobless, actually. No, I did have a job, but my boss hasn't texted me back. I stopped working there to finish up school because it was getting a little hard to balance school and work. I was doing like 8-hour shifts. It was kind of crazy. I can't lie. I'd get home from school at 2, go to work at 4, and get home at midnight. And then I had school the next day. And some days when I had like a rehearsal, I would literally get home at 3:30, change into my work outfit, and then go to work until 12. So like I would wake up at 6, go to school, and like I wouldn't get home until midnight, and then I'd have to wake up at 6 the next day, which was like for a high schooler kind of insane that I was doing that, but it was like good. I have good work ethic, so I was like it was chill. It caught up to me in the end though. But yeah, I'm jobless right now. Yup, no job. Bum. All I do is sit in my room, hikikomori style. I've got like 3 trash bags next to me. I don't know. I know that's a bad like habit and lifestyle, but it's just like I need I've said it like before in a fit of sadness, but this house is like my coffin. I'm gonna die here. But I'm not gonna die here because I have a bright future, which is the Fire Academy. But I still gotta get there, you know? And it's still some still pretty far away. But maybe one day when everything's said and done, I can move out and have my own place and be a firefighter. And hell, maybe I can pursue one of my dreams and that'll work out for me so I don't have to be a firefighter. Although I'm okay with being a firefighter for the rest of my days. Well, I deadass don't need this. It's just like why else would I pick the job? But yeah, I'm cool with being a firefighter forever. But I have dreams, you know, I have passions. I want to make a video game. I've got a lot of characters designed, I have a plot laid out, and I think the selling point I guess since if you're watching this at this point, you're probably like mildly intrigued with what I have to say. So I guess I'll talk a little bit about my video game. So my problem with a lot of this will be an indie RPG, but unlike most, it's not inspired by Earthbound. It's gonna be inspired by Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky, which yeah, also like probably still Undertale and like those corny games that you hear all about because those are like what I played when I was growing up. But what I really played was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky. That game like was perfect for me. And like I like the Toby Fox games, right? But they're complicated. Like they're doing a lot. They've got all these like subplots, like the Shadow Crystals, like meta commentary. Same with Omori, which is another game that you might hear in the same genre of like I don't want to say mental health games, but like I don't know. But something an approach I want to take with my game that I haven't seen a lot lately is just a really sincere game that's just like a point A to B cute little adventure where you beat up the bad guys and cool stuff happens. I don't know. I think I trust myself as a writer. I've got a lot of cool ideas. I've had a lot of cool life experiences that would allow me to write some pretty cool stuff. But oh, I hesitated. I should have gone. I don't know. I've got a lot of cool ideas for my game. I've been writing it for a really long time now. Um and I've got a lot of cool characters. You know, that sort of thing. But yeah, I feel like a lot of just all sorts of media, like horror games, movies, everything is just like trying. They're trying so hard, and it wraps around to being slop. And they're forgetting what makes something good, which is just a sincere piece of media that like was made with love and doesn't always take itself too seriously. I think that's the best kind of experience is something that's made with love and doesn't take itself too seriously. Um, yeah, and that's the kind of game I want to make. But I don't know how to code at all. So my idea, it's simple: a 3-project plan, each increasing in complexity as I go and gain more experience. Or maybe my friend will finally get off her ass and do anything. Get a job, Big C. Yup. That one was really vague. Like, not even my real life friends know that elite ball. Um. Probably. Oh yeah, I can just like walk on fire. That's kind of cool, but not lava. That'll insta kill me. I could drink to fortified milk though. That'd be tough. What do we? Yeah, I want to make a sincere game, made with love, and that doesn't take itself too seriously all the time, but also, I don't know. And I want to use a lot of. I feel like I've got like the typical inspirations that everyone has, but I've also got a lot of like things that no one's heard of that I'd like. Like I want to bring like rock and roll. Like people know rock and roll, but rock and roll is not as popular as it used to be. I want to do like rock glam rock, you know? I want to like make a glam rock inspired OST, and I want to, I don't know, make an interesting turn-based mechanic, and make it so you can like date characters. I don't know. I liked the romances in Persona 5. Like I didn't actually like they were all kind of like underwhelming for some reason, but like I didn't actually care for the actual romances, but I like that you could I liked Persona 5's theme of like creating relationships because I think that that is the one of the most beautiful aspects of real life is just creating and having relationships with other people, you know? Because like a shared joy is twice the joy, but a shared sorrow is only half the sorrow. And I just think that connection is such a beautiful part of life. And that's what I want my game to be about is a connection with others. And like how that's awesome. It kicks butt, you know? Being friends with people of all sorts of colors, creeds, and sexual needs. And just making friends is cool. And sometimes your friends, you don't always get them. Sometimes they make decisions you don't always agree with, but they're your friends, you know? You gotta look out for them. I'm almost at the kiln here. I think I think I have a funny idea prepared for when I reach the kiln. Um up. Oh shit. Okay. I know it might seem like I'm being like super paranoid about fall damage, but like trust me, if you take fall damage with the Book of Bones online, you just like literally die in one hit. It's like insane. I lost an Ascent 7 run that way, and I literally had to like Alt F4 and go for a walk. Like it was actually crazy. Like I literally, this is my first time playing the game since I did that. My buddy was like, "Yeah, that map's really hard today." I'm like, "Okay, word, I'll try it." And then fucking that happened to me, and I was like genuinely so pissed. I had to actually like turn off the game and go for a walk. It was crazy. And this is my first time playing since the incident. So, all right, here's what I'm thinking. We don't need the cure all. What? Did he just throw the cure all? You bet I did. We don't need Pandora's. We don't need any of this. We don't need any of that. We need. I'm gonna put the balloon in the backpack. We're gonna take this. And oh, one more luggage. Okay, cool. Nothing really. I think this is probably fine. As I walk, I'm going to very quickly Google if I'm gonna Google if Pizza Tower music is copyrighted. Okay. I'm Googling. All right, Reddit. Tell me. Okay, if I do Pizza Tower music in this section, it's gonna skin me alive and kill me. Well, if I'm trying to be sincere here, maybe I'll do some cool music. What's some cool music? Death by Glamour is pretty cool, but I feel like I'll get copyright strike. Wait, what's the button? Nope. Yup. Here it is. I just used my magic powers to summon the JBL. All right. We're about to hold on real quick. I just gotta setting music master volume, and we're gonna put some literally scrumptious badass music for this killing climb. Okay. Okay. The first song was Megalovania, so we're actually not gonna do that. I just got an ad. Guys, do I just pack it up? Um Alright, hold on, how do I do this? There's like totally a way to what's the button? What's the button? I forgot. Stop. I swear I remember how to do this. No, not fine. I swear I remember how to do this. It was T, right? No, U. Yup. Yup. U. Nope. How do I? Yup. All right. Okay. Time. Yup. Okay, cool. How do I make this go to drone mode again? This might be loud, but that's okay. How do I? Let's go. Real talk though, I probably won't upload very often on this channel. If you're still watching this, which you probably aren't, but I don't know if I'll upload this often on this channel. Sometimes I just need to get the thoughts out of my head. I've got a lot of people in my life, but not a lot of people I can talk to, you know? If that makes sense. But I always like to take time and just pour my heart out to the world, you know? Pour my heart out to the world. That's what I'm doing right now. And maybe one day when I die, this will still be out there. And the whole world can see what it was that made the heart of Simon beat so ferociously. I don't know. That's kind of corny, but Undertale music's playing right now, so nothing's corny. Because, like, after a certain point, the corniness, it loops around to being awesome. So, my words to the people of the world, just be corny, man. Be sincere, be corny, because eventually it loops back around to being awesome again, you know? There's only so corny you can be before it's awesome. Right up here. La 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 la. Yup. Finale. That's a banger. That's some secret tech. JBL. Yup. Alright. Let's get it. My beloved audience. Let's change the world. What? What just happened to me? Okay. Everything's okay. We're fine. We're okay. Oh. If you cook an energy drink, does it explode? Is that what happens? That's awesome. Anyways, time to save the world. Alright, so I didn't. Okay, I've got one rope cannon and an anti-rope spool, so we're looking good so far. I mean, I don't know why I'm acting like there's any challenge at all. I'm kind of the LeBron James of this game. Oh, dude, this game's solved. I'm sorry. This game's solved. I literally have 0 weight right now. 0 weight, like maximum extra stamina, a bunch of items on. Like, this is the most one kiln I think I've ever had. Just gotta shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Wait, hold on. Pause. Okay. You guys want to hear my Kane from Amazing Digital Circus impression?
Oh boy, here comes my favorite part of the song. Aha! Shimmy, shimmy, yay, shimmy, yay, shimmy, ah. Drink, swalla la la, shimmy, shimmy, yay, shimmy, yay, shimmy, ah. Drink, swalla la la, swalla la la, swalla la la, shimmy, shimmy, yay, shimmy, yay, shimmy, ah.
Is that tough? I'd like to think that it's tough.
Anyways, Undertale.
Yup. Not too worried about the extra stamina. Was that cool? Like that fade out? I thought that was kind of cool. I did that on purpose. That's it, huh? I didn't want to do a harder difficulty because I was worried it might interfere with my commentary. But I'm the greatest, as we all should know by now. Yeah. You know, isn't this kind of cool? Look at this. I'm like talking to you, the viewer. Look at that. It's like my post game commentary. I don't know. I think this is kind of cool. But you know, today I learned something. I think maybe it's okay to enjoy the simple things in life, like walking across the stage during graduation, because it's stupid, and that's okay. But it happens. I don't know. That wasn't a very good lesson, was it? Oh, there I am. Skeleton. Well, guess that's it for today, folks. Oh, I guess we gotta see the time first. Yup. Sub hour. Good work. See you all next time. If there is one.